This is Timothy. Welcome back to our entity framework core series. Today we will dive into one-to-many relationship in entity framework core. In our last session, we covered to the one-to-one relationship. If you missed that, feel free to check out the playlist on my channel. So now let's get into one-to-many relationship and see how they work in the context of entity framework core. So yeah, in the simple terms, one-to-many relationship happens when one entity is linked to multiple other entities. For example, things about the relationship between manager and the employees. So a manager can oversee many employees, but each employee reported to only one manager. This is what we call a one-to-many relationship. So in the database world, this is typical established flows, parakeys, and foreign key constraint. But in entity framework core, we will use different tools to handle this relationship. Okay, so how do we set up this relationship in entity framework core? We need two entities. So the principal entity, which is our case, which in our case is the manager, and the dependency entity, which is in our case is a employee. So in the manager class, the manager ID as the power key. So and in the employee class, we use a foreign key for the manager ID to establish this relationship. So to represent this relationship in code, we will use data annotation for the Fluent API for set up the parent or foreign keys. So we also define two types of navigation property: reference navigation for linking to a single manager and collect navigation for representing the employees and a managers supervise. So I provide some quick example for you. Have a look. This is about the employee and manager relationship. So let me you. So I want to make everything clear. So in the employee classes, we add a foreign key here, right? So I have a foreign key manager ID. So for the manager ID and the reference the manager with a reference navigation property. So in managers class, we use collection navigation property to sort all employee under this manager. So here what the code look nice. So this is how we establish a one-to-many relationship between the manager and the employee in the entity framework core. So so if you want to do the migration and the database update, so when we set up our model, we need to update the database to reflect the trend. So and to persistent the database operations. So we do this by adding migration. You can do this in the package management control with the following commands here. So this as migration one-to-many relationship. One-to-many relationship is a lamp. You can provide a meaningful lamp here. So after that, we update the database with the update database command. Okay, here. This will create a new column, set up the foreign key, and establish the relationship between the manager and the employee entities in the database. So now we go back to the code. Have a look here. So look at this application here. We have three models, or you can call them as entity here. We have employee detail, and the manager here. And if it's open the employee, this entity has one-to-one relationship with the employee detail, and right. So and employee detail entity. We have discussed this in our last session. So now we here have one-to-many entity manager So so go to the manager here. Okay. So now here we are going to discuss one-to-many relationship with regarding to the employee and the manager. If we take some example of employee and the manager, in most of the common scenario is employee can have only one manager, but the managers may isolate with many employees. So this is the one-to-many relationship. How let's understand how to set up one-to-many relationship. So in the SQL Server we look here. In the SQL Server, we can set up one-to-many relationship using prior key and the foreign key constraint. In case of entity framework core, we landed the entity enrolled in the relationship as the principal entity, which is a parent entity, and the dependency, which is a child entity on the principal entity. We set prior key properties on the dependency entity. We set foreign key property. We also have the specific types of properties. We call them as a reference navigation property. So in the code you have to see here, this is a navigation property, right? So yes. So let's see how to set up them. We have to this employee classes here, right? We as an employee ID is this is a private key. Okay, this is a private key, and then by default empty framework core will be assumed that the property name ID or the class name along with the ID. In our case, this is a employee ID. So it's the private keys of the employee. Second thing, you can also update the annulation to explicitly specific the private key property here. Okay, you can use the annulation here. So so I will show you how to do this. One more thing is you can also configure the private key using the Fluent API in the model creating methods of your DB context class. This is the case of the manager class management ID. Okay, and it's the private keys. I have opened the employee classes, and then here what you see is one-to-one relationship. So so we always set up to one-to-many relationship page with the managers, as we have discussed earlier. So that's why we have we set one-to-many relationship with managers here. So the foreign key. So this is the foreign keys. I'm using reference navigation properties to manage here. So I have used once now. So this is from employee. Open the, so this is manager. I open this. In here I have many employee. Okay, so I'm not going to add any DB set property here because we have an entity manager and employee and managers and employee detail. That's enough now. I'm going to add the migrate because we have to modify migrators. We have modified the entity, and we have set up the relationship. Let's open the package manager here. Manager control. I will say that add migration. I will name it if one-to-one relationship. We enter to have a view here. Okay, you can define a meaningful name by yourself. So I just use this name. It's easy to remember. So you just put number. Okay, it's success. So we go to O1 file, have a look. So they have up method there, a down method. Because I do it before, so it's the original. If because I done it before, so that's why there's nothing cooked here. But if as it's the normal case, you have migration builder add caller. So and then migration builder create index and migration builder add for foreign key. So you will see something function like I mentioned before in here in the up function. So in the down function is the same thing. Because I already do it before, so that's why I have no code here. If you first time to add the migration and with this file ramp one to many relationship, you will see the code in here. So and then we need to tie the update database to persistent the database operation. So now the database is synchronized. So it successfully applied the migration to one-to-many relationship. So okay. To summarize, one-to-many relationships are a common and powerful tool in relationship database. So with entity framework core, set up the relationship becomes straightforward using priority key, foreign key, replication properties. Once you set it up, a migration how apply to train to your database, ensure everything is synced. So that is all for today's sessions. I hope this helped you understand one-to-many relationship in entity framework core. Be sure to check out the next video in the series where we will dive deeper into other features. Thank you for watching and see you next time.